Hey everyone, welcome back to the UX Voyager, where we think and talk about designs. I hope you're having a productive week, and if you have been lazing around, it is time for you to get to work. It does not get easy if you want to become a world class. Yes. Today, we are talking about something that happened to me a few weeks ago. I opened my bank app to make a transfer for a purchase, and I thought there was a glitch. I could see my account balance in two places. There were some funny changes in the visual of the app. What is going on? Have I been hacked? Anyways, I proceeded. And on getting to the place where I get to authorize my transaction, the flow has been changed. There's now a new pop up asking me how I want to authorize. Goodness God. After I succeeded in completing the transaction, I called the bank name out and said, "Who sent you? Do you guys even have QA?" I strongly doubt. I have not deleted the app though. I still trust them with my money. These things happen every now and then. Instagram changed the way they display account profile. One day we entered WhatsApp and discovered that everywhere was greener than a greenhouse. Are you catching the gist now? There's a moment of absolute confusion when an app you use every day suddenly looks like it was kidnapped and returned with a completely different personality. No update warning, no choice, just tada, here's your new reality. Good luck to finding your way around. The change did not stop me from actually completing my transfer that day, but I was slower and I was being extra careful. So I won't have a reason to go and lie down on the table of the customer rep at the bank. Interestingly, we are going into the phenomenon of unnecessary app designs and what they really cost the user because let's be honest, nobody was asking for this. Let's talk about the redesign cycle. Companies seem to have this itch they can't stop scratching, and they need to constantly refresh their interface to always give that vibe of feeling fresh. But why? I have now come to the realization that the truth is designers need portfolio pieces. We need to have shown that we have made impact. And a visual refresh is much more easier to showcase than a subtle usability improvement that actually helps the user. Because those ones don't look, shiny in mockups and the likes. This hits me hard because many of these redesigns are not about the users at all. They are about the designer's career and company optics. There's this constant business pressure to appear fresh and innovative. Heaven forbid your app looks the same way it looks like 2 years ago. In 2018, Snapchat completely redesigned their app and they lost $1.3 billion in market value after Kylie Jenner tweeted that she does not even open the app anymore. Still in that same 2018, users rioted when Instagram switched to horizontal scrolling instead of traditional vertical scrolling that we have today. Instagram reverted the changes within hours of the outburst. No fear. My thoughts would be that executives often confuse different and better. They see competitors making changes or a new guy on the block and they feel they need to do something too, whether or not it solves any real problems. Now, these redesigns don't affect everyone equally because when apps forces these big updates, they are burning through our data. And many Nigerians, like I always emphasize, they are on prepaid plans where every single megabyte counts. Then we have to relearn everything. And often, we on older devices where new designs run slower, it becomes a frustrating experience for the users. In markets where data is expensive and connectivity is not guaranteed, forcing users to download a massive update for a redesign nobody asked for is more than inconvenient. It's actually costing people money. Who wants to wake up and find someone rearranged all their furniture in their sitting room? Hey, voila, go sup. You have used an app daily for years. Your fingers know exactly where to tap without even looking. You have built muscle memory, then suddenly everything changes. It's like using a MacBook for years and switching to a Windows laptop. Your first fight will be with control and alternate keys. It has been established that major interface changes can reduce user efficiency. And for the weeks of after the redesign takes place, the user are still struggling to cope. That's real time being stolen from millions of people at the same time. Before you come for me, I'm not saying all redesigns are unnecessary. Oh. Sometimes they genuinely improve the experience. So, how can we tell the difference between a thoughtful refresh and what I call a redesign theater? Good redesigns typically solve actual problems. And if we are going to be factual, these designs go unnoticed. They make things more accessible, they make things faster, they make things clearer. Things are not just moved around for the sake of looking different. If you look at the gradual evolution of Google Maps, for example, over the years, they have made significant changes, but they have done it incrementally, what we would say small, small, focusing on improving functionality rather than dramatic visual overhauls, just boom at once. Trust me, the best redesigns are the ones that users barely notice. I learned this the hard way from my experience doing conversion rate optimization. That sounds counterintuitive, but if you have truly improved the experience, people just find things easier without necessarily attributing it to a design change. So, what should UX designers and companies keep in mind? First, respect the investment the users have made in learning your interface. They have put in a lot of work. Respect that. That familiarity is valuable. Don't throw it away lightly. If you must make significant changes, provide proper transition models. Let users opt in for new designs, include guided click-throughs, and something that highlights what was moved and why. And please actually test. Spend enough time in beta with diverse users before launching. I don't want my mother to call me and ask me why she can't update her status, which is something that she could do before redesign was established or was launched. So changing design abruptly is not just annoying, it is disruptive in ways that impact real people. I beg, don't just redesign to justify your design portfolio or because Oga said. As we drive it home today, I'm curious which platform redesign annoyed you the most. Drop a comment. I'm betting everyone has a story. I'm your host, Mubarak Ubajide. See you on the next one.